Surprisingly, I've only run from the cops once. I don't know how. Usually I don't even try to be discreet. We slip past the first signs of many. The trail's faint and overgrown, but it's clear we are not the first nor the last rebellious kids. Heading up the hillside, we toss snowballs as I grill my friend about his current situationship. And then suddenly, the trail levels for our destination, the train tracks that run alongside the mountain. I quickly take out my phone to take a quick picture of my hand flipping off the repeatedly spray-painted words, "No trespassing." I jump between the rings of the track as my friend sings in the tunnel to hear the acoustics echo back at him. On the way back down, I scramble up the dirt and rocks to a pile of old bones I spotted from my collection. And, well, why is this all so bad? Two harmless trespassers causing no trouble, no intention to steal or vandalize, no disruption, just being. Simply craving the excitement that only novelty can stimulate. We're wired to be curious, so that when we encounter the unfamiliar, we're driven to explore farther. The fact that I'm not supposed to be there does nothing but increase my desire to enter. Driven by a motto of, I wonder what I can find. It's been a hot minute, guys. Viewing the rarely seen and experiencing the rarely felt, searching for something new in a world of suburbs and highways. Looking at a sign that says do not enter and entering anyway. Much more often than not, these trespassers are pleasant people that respect others' personal property. Their gardens, homes, farms, backyards, but that respect wanes when it comes to the property owned by private entities instead of people. It's when a corporation tells people that they aren't allowed to enter or be on a certain forest, beach, or abandoned building that we turn a blind eye to their protests. In many European countries, they've protected their citizens' right to roam. A law called Allemansstraten is written into the Swedish constitution that, with understandable exceptions and an unspoken agreement to neither disrupt nor destroy, protects their ability to exist and explore wherever they please. Unfortunately, I'm not yet old enough to move to Sweden, so trespassing is where that leaves me and all others like me. Here, corporations try their hardest to stop us. They plaster their warning signs on derelict buildings and crumbling bridges. They build up their fences to stop me from seeing what's beyond the beaten path. They call it trespassing, but I disagree. I consider this exploration. A kind of exploration that regains control of society. A demand for freedom and a beautiful exploration, and a beautiful confirmation that we are alive in a camera, lock, and gate-riddled world. What's even more beautiful is what each person gets out of exploring is absolutely unique to them. Some adore the peace and serenity, while others chase after the thrills and excitement. For me, the creation of memories is one of the best parts of exploring. I like to call these remember when moments. The memories that are uncovered when the party starts to slow down and everyone gets nostalgic. The ones that I know my friends and I will still be looking back on in the nursing home. On one side, I love being alone in nature and experiencing the world without the influence of other people. But on the other, I love the serotonin spikes that I get while running around and laughing with friends. I remember my brother and I climbing onto the roof of my old elementary school and then talking ourselves out of trouble when we got caught. I remember the laughter and conversations with people I barely ever spoke to while hiking up the cliff sides of the Colorado River, scrambling up the shale and helping each other up and down the steep steep rock faces. I remember my best friend and I going to off the road and blasting music from a speaker while off-roading in a golf cart in the Hawaiian desert, and then laying on the ground for an hour digging out a large rock because we got stuck. Twice. Even the bad moments are lightened when experienced with another. The relationships and memories formed through adventure are a whole new kind, and the best part is, all you have to do is be willing. Memories are just one kind of art form, and when it comes to more technical art, I've always considered nature my muse. It is the sole inspiration for my creativity, and it has been since the beginning of time. I don't know about you, but really, I'm no different from the Neanderthals. Sitting in a cave, 45,500 years ago and drawing Sulawesi warty pigs on the cliff sides. Kind of sounds like a dream after way to spend the afternoon to me. Different species, nearly 40,000 years apart, yet artistic inspiration, we haven't really strayed far from our ancestors. And they honored and cherished the beauty of nature the same as I, and in an ever-changing world, I find that comforting. Feeding into my creativity is my own sort of mindfulness. Not only does it help ground me and satisfy a constantly moving mind, but when I have the opportunity to truly lean into it, it's meditative. The majority of my favorite drawings come from the moment. I utilize my art as a journal of sorts, filling papers with sketches of what I see. With art's powerful ability to transport people to moments and evoke emotion, it really is the perfect memory box, or, well, book. But more than anything, the feeling of allowing yourself to simply sit down and observe and create is addicting. Recalling these moments of true peace, I consider an art in and of itself. Remembering the sun start to rise high enough to warm the camp, I seem to mold to the rocks where I sit, overlooking an alpine lake below. There are bottles of water filled just moments before from a stream beside me purifying. I can hear that same creek's water flowing down the mountainside. Nothing in that moment mattered besides the quiet scratch of graphite across the paper. And let me tell you, drawing in nature is a feeling like no other. It feels correct, as if I were in the same place 45,500 years earlier, I would be doing, feeling, and experiencing the exact same. And if none of you have experienced a moment warranting such strong feelings of peace and belonging, I urge you to find that as soon as you can. Ever since I was a little girl, I've felt a strong sense of oneness with the universe. It has never failed to instill a sense of awe in me, even to this day. And it's one of the biggest reasons I love exploring and getting to where most don't. While surrounded by nature, the knowledge of being the only person around and having the company of my surroundings does nothing but strengthen that connection. Even though I may be the only human for miles, I am not alone. Life is everywhere I look, myself included. And it always makes me wonder, why does much of humanity believe we own the world around us when everything else came first? Even before I learned of the term, eco-spirituality has been a part of me. The spiritual connection between myself and the world, and the great thing is, there's no wrong way to go about it. Personally, exploring the world is a way I practice my spirituality. While exploring, discovery and collection are the moments I feel most connected to the creatures and the world that I love. I collect bones and the old rusted nails of long crumbled houses, the objects that were once obsolete to those of the past. To me, beauty in the dead and the forgotten is just as stunning as life. And although it's odd to many people, I've never brought back a part of nature without first asking permission. I've never not believed in the souls of all living things around me, and these things may just be as simple as a part of a dead creature, but it was once alive, just as I am now. And sure, this may make me sound crazy to some of you out there, but too much of humanity believes that whatever they find, especially in nature, is automatically theirs for the taking. Most of us don't gain anything from feeling in control over the world around us. Instead, we quite need the opposite, to let go and just exist for a while. When you begin living with nature instead of in nature, suddenly, wherever you stand is a space where you belong. This may sound like some sort of hippie rambling, but as someone who once felt as though they had no place in the world, I now realize I was trying to find that place within society and its expectations. But what I needed to discover is that belonging to the universe as a whole takes no effort nor conformity, just you. I find it unfortunately easy to forget that I am alive, to go through the motions, to shun the parts of myself that are me, just to make way for what the rest of the world wants. But when I can be a part of my world, the world I belong in, when I can view my life through the messy sketches, the memories of past adventures, the birds nestling in the long-neglected buildings, suddenly I'm alive. It's hard to find a way that can target all the aspects of your well-being, even harder to find ways that aren't simply sitting in a room and meditating. But I've found that in the outdoors, and I believe you can too. I've strengthened my relationships and experienced accomplishment through exploration. I've found meaning and mental vitality through connecting with my spirituality. I've engaged with the world and my own being through art and the drive of curiosity. In everything, I've discovered happiness, empowerment, gratitude. I've discovered how I can feel completely me. Thank you.